The first official report into Melbourne's deadly DFO plane crash has found no evidence of mechanical failure. The Transport Safety Bureau has detailed the pilot's frantic mayday calls in the seconds leading up to the disaster.
Instead of supplying answers, this report raises more questions. After examining the wreckage, Transport Safety Bureau investigators did not identify any pre-existing faults with the aircraft that could have contributed to the accident, nor could they find any pre-existing fault with the engines. But aviation expert Stephen Fankhauser says that doesn't rule out some sort of mechanical issue.
The evidence that they have just indicates that both engines were turning. Does not indicate whether or not both engines were developing full power.
One piece of equipment which is known to have failed, the cockpit voice recorder. But transmissions were recorded by the control tower. Investigators determined that in fine weather and with a 5-knot breeze blowing from the north-northwest, the plane took off. Witnesses say that took longer than normal. Once airborne, it took a turn to the left and reached 160 feet. That was as high as it would get. Pilot Max Quartermain made 7 repeated calls of mayday before impact. The flight lasted 9 seconds. There is much more to be examined, such as the pilot's medical records and the maintenance records of the aircraft. Plus, the planning approval for the DFO itself will also be reviewed. 5 grieving families will have to hope the final report next year will give them more answers. Brett McLeod, 9 News.